Hey folks, welcome back to Play Tyro with your host Donald Wander and
The cat face killer.
the Catface Killer. Oh boy. Hey son, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Well, not much. I just watched that super brutal fight from Game of Thrones, Brienne versus the Hound. That was some nasty shit, bro.
Hey, it was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal. You showed it to me, even though I have mixed feelings about Game of Thrones that you guys might have heard or might not have heard. If you haven't, then you'll hear it soon. But we're not talking about Game of Thrones. We're talking about something brutal, something epic, something very action orientated, and something beloved by many anime and manga fan. We're talking about the anime and manga of Basilisk.
I'm surprised we're not doing this with Beyonce because this is like one of her favorite shows.
You got a good memory. This is one of her favorite shows. But I did ask her, and actually she can't remember it. And
Cool shit.
no, it's funny because we can remember. It's a very battle based. It's kind of like I will let you get this, but there's so much battles in it. You remember the fights more than the underlying story behind it, even though the story is very simple to be honest with you.
Oh
But
yeah, super simple.
yeah, I asked her about it. She was like, I love it, but I need to watch it again. And she wanted, I was like, we couldn't get the time together. So I'm speaking for Nuance because we feel pretty much the same way. But you put Basilisk on yours to want to talk about this because you actually read the manga. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I read the manga, watched the anime. I feel people, well, at least they used to always talk about Naruto. I was like, dude, just fucking watch Basilisk. This one season is better.
Yeah.
And this, understand, I liked Naruto a lot in the beginning, but it fucking fell off, and it fell off fast.
Well, the thing is, Naruto kind of, I don't want to say kidified, but it made these ninjas teenagers. It put ninjas in a new setting, very unique setting. But ninjas are known for being like disposable killers, disposable espionage killers. And when we get to shows like, when we get to titles like Ninja Scroll and a lot of other ninja animes that are very gory, very, and even games like what's it, Tenshu on the PlayStation, you get that real ninja feel. This show was more faithful to that, but the storyline in this is somewhat unique as well. But I'm gonna let you tell the people what Basilisk is for those who don't know. Most of you anime fans do know, but I want to hear about your manga experiences. So tell us what Basilisk is about and how you felt about the manga.
The manga is not really that different than the anime. I mean, other than you reading it and setting your own pace, really, it's the same story, doing the same stuff. I felt it was pretty good. The action's better animated than it is drawn, on manga, but that's kind of semantics. But I mean, really, when it comes to ninjas, they're like, for a long time, I would kind of equate them to the American superheroes. I mean, when it comes to storytelling, they usually get fantastical powers, and I don't have any problem with that. And Basilisk has that. So what it boils down to is basically long ago in Japan, during feudal Japan, there were several, but this one specifically was a fight for the ruling seat power between two basically child leaders of their clans, and for the Tokugawa, the ruling families of Japan at the time. Not the ninjas, so you don't get confused. So because they were too young to really fight it out or anything sensical back then, they decided to choose two ninja clans, the Koga and the Iga, and they're gonna have a battle to the death, and whoever fucking wins, they represent one of the children. So whoever won, that child's gonna succeed I think it was Ieyasu at the time, the shogun. So it's a very simple storyline. I mean, there's a strained peace between the two clans. They were forbidden from fighting each other for like a generation or something, but the hatred still lies there. And as your buddy, the anime snob, pointed out, there's like a Romeo and Juliet sort of love thing going on, but it's not very central to the story. It plays a part in it, but it's really more of which one of these clans is going to win, and therefore elevate their child they're representing to.
Okay. Well, I like your eloquently well presented description of the show. But some people just call it a battle tournament, a rivalry of two clans that are just killing each other for no
Well, the
fucking
first thing is, it's not a tournament because there's no rules. It's just kill them. This is one of the things I like about ninjas. I find it a little hard to watch stuff or read stuff about like samurais, which there isn't even a whole lot of that anyways, but just as the difference between a ninja and a samurai. It's not even including that fantastical shit because they give samurais its fantastical powers too in anime and manga. Your ninja is going to do anything to accomplish his task, whether it's lie, cheat, kill, be dishonorable, whatever. They want to fucking win. Okay, now the samurai plays by the rules. That's the only difference between the two. They're both warriors. They both serve a lord. That's it. One has honor. One does whatever it takes to win. And this is about, what is it, like 16 guys or something? I think it's 8 and 8. They're fucking trying to win. The end.
Yeah, and let me chime in and say, when I watched this back in the day, I really found this enjoyable, and I found it more enjoyable just for the ninja action. I thought the ninja styles of the two clans were very unique. They were very super powery, even for ninjas, and obviously some of them even felt like mutants. But it was cool. I'd never seen, after being a fan of Ninja Scroll, I felt like this took that action to the next level. So that's what I liked it for. The Romeo and Juliet aspect you mentioned as well, I didn't really give two shits about it.
I don't think anybody did, honestly.
No, I found it more comical because I rewatched the first episode before we did this review, and in the first episode, it basically is a precursor to everything that happens in the whole series. The first episode, it's like a condensed version of the whole series. Because I don't want to get into spoilers, but if you watch the first episode, it shows you how this Romeo and Juliet romance is going to end. But I never cared about that. And the funny thing is, when you said you wanted to put this on the docket for us to talk about, you reminded me of when we spoke about Ninja Scroll recently, guys. And the thing about it was, when I went to rewatch Basilisk, I thought to myself, do I have my nostalgia glasses on? Maybe if I watch it now, it ain't going to be that good. I rewatched it and I thought, no, the ninja action is actually pretty fucking good, and I never cared for the story. And the reason why I bring it up is, the day before us recording this video, one of my pals and that I've collaborated on a few podcasts with, the Anime Snob, he made a video, ironically, just before we did this recording, stating how Basilisk is another overhyped.
Well, he also thinks Battle Royale is the greatest shit on Earth, and it's really not that different than fucking Basilisk. In fact, I think it's worse than Basilisk in a lot of the senses that he talked about.
Well, yeah. And even I wrote a comment, to full disclosure, people. I've had him on, but I don't agree with him most of the time anyway. I wrote a comment on the video that I was like, you know, you've defended anime that kill that are very silly as well. That this is silly. I think he has valid points, and people, I'll put a link on the video. If you can see the video, check out his video as well. If you don't mind spoilers, by the way. But Basilisk, I never took this anime seriously, and I know some people say, "Oh, that's the problem with people. You say you're making an excuse saying don't take it seriously." I'm like, when have you ever? Let me put this in perspective. When have you ever put your heart and soul into a ninja story and felt emotionally connected? The only one was Naruto, and even that went off a cliff.
Yeah, the same for me. Naruto's the only one I had a connection with in the beginning, and then it tapered off like not even that far in.
Exactly. I don't think it would be a feat to write a ninja story that doesn't end up in tragedy, that doesn't end up with you feeling just... I don't think you can write a ninja romance story that's going to end up shortchanged. So, in retrospect, maybe Basilisk isn't... The story, to me, doesn't really matter. It's just schlock action. The same way I think Ninja Scroll is. But I still think this show ends up for what it's doing. And that just, my buddy ain't an anime, so he had a lot of good points. But fundamentally, we kind of disagree. I think this show really should just be enjoyed for the ninja action alone. I still feel that holds up. And in the end, you're probably going to feel like, that was kind of pointless. But the story wasn't the point. The point was the cool ninja action. And it's a favorite because it's like a dumb, fun ninja tragedy. Romeo and Juliet cross Ninja Scroll. Yeah, that's a good comparison. But it's fucking fun.
Yeah, I like the action a lot. I mean, it looks pretty too. It's got good animation and artwork quality that helps the action look all the better.
Yeah.
But it's not. The story is very simple. Look, when you watch or read anime manga, how often do they have to try to shoehorn in actual tournaments? You use the term tournament. I don't think there's a tournament. It's like a fucking deathmatch. The end. There's not really any rules. It's just there's no excuse for it really either. It's very simple. It's like, look, this is why you guys are gonna die. One of you guys win. Go. And that's it.
I'm going to sum this up, make this short, people. Basilisk is still a solid B for me. It's a very good action ninja action story that I still recommend for, entry-level gateway anime stuff. The storyline is really whatever. I mean, it's a very simple story. It's a very simple rivalry. I actually like the ending. Everybody fucking dies. Spoiler. But it's cool. It's really, really cool. So check it out, I'd say, if this is your first time. But you put it on the docket, oh boy. I'm glad we actually spoke about it because it is Nuance's favourite. I've got fond memories of it, and even rewatching it today in 2015, I still think it's cool ninja action.
I like it a lot too. So I think it still holds up to the day. I read the author's follow-up work, which is Y plus M, which follows our boy Yagu Jubei. Remember we talked about him in Ninja Scroll.
Oh my god, not again.
But it actually follows the real life one.
Okay.
And it's not. I don't think it's as good as Basilisk, honestly. So I mean, it's still pretty. It's still got some cool action scenes or whatever. But that's more of you need a storyline. Then check out Y plus M.
What did you rate this, by the way? I didn't hear your rating.
It's a low solid B. I mean, it's got great action, looks great. It's short. One season. Was it 26 episodes?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, so 126 season, and it's easy to go check it out. Am I gonna like this or not? You know, whether or not you like anime.
It doesn't take long, and it's very gory. I mean, watching just the first episode, the way these two people kill each other in the first episode, I was like, that's fucking gory, but it put a smile on my face, because it actually reminded me of them old anime OVAs like Devilman and Ninja Scroll. It was so much of a throwback, so if you like that kind of shit, you're gonna like this. So let's leave it at that.
Devil, shit, that's a good one.
Say that again?
Said Devilman, that's a good one. Especially the monster fight with the one dude.
Exactly. So guys, let us know what you think of Basilisk. I know it's an old one, but we like to go back and talk about some classic anime. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Love it or hate it, let us know. And this has been your host on Wonder. You can get me on Twitter at Planet Tyro with my host, the old boy, aka Catface Killer. You can get him at
_old boy. #Catface Killer.
Always #Catface Killer. With a blade in the face and a knife with your ninja dagger stuff. And I'm rambling, so let's get the hell out of here. People, thanks for watching. Hit the annotations on the screen. Hit that like button if you like the video. We want you to subscribe. And as always, take care.
See ya.
Peace out.